Hey everyone, welcome to the new My Story. Today's My Story will be a high school guide. For those of you in high school that I graduated high school, so I know very much well that high school can be a very difficult thing to go through. And the reason why I say that is because there are some things in the world that happened in high school to various people. You are not alone, and I'm pretty much giving you my tips of how you guys can make it through high school. Here's just a few that I found online. Before I actually tell you my story, and my own tips as well. But here is a couple I found online. I know it says about freshmen, but I think it works for all grades in high school. So here we go. Remind your freshmen or remind yourself that you grow and you work at your own pace. So in other words, what that's saying is that just because somebody might be taller or something like that than you, or just because you work slower or even faster than someone else, it's not bad. Everybody has to realize that it's better to work at your own pace, because if you don't work at your own pace, you could be considered rushing, and then that's not going to be good because it's not going to reflect the work that you truly put in to your schoolwork. But moving on, they also have cultivate your relationships. In other words, not only do social interactions benefit your students' health, but it expands their network at an early age. So being social with one another is probably the best way to get friends, and also best way to get some help. Maybe even if you need help with a teacher and or another student could help you, that would be perfect. Usually after high school, you do have to set up a plan, or even in high school, you have to set up some sort of a plan to what you're going to be doing after high school in deciding whether or not you are going to attend college. Um, and it's pretty much good to have a bright future and pretty much good to have a plan after high school, because those of you who don't end up pretty much not really getting any money. You're pretty much staying at home all the time and not really doing anything for yourselves. And also, it's better to stay organized. Moving on, was encourage your freshmen to get involved. Encourage yourself to try new things. In other words, maybe you can help other students out. Maybe you could take into sports or some type of thing that you feel that you are interested in is a good idea. And that's also a way to meet new friends as well. If you still feel kind of upset or you don't know what you could do, then I highly suggest going to a counselor and or a teacher to help you succeed in your high school career. You could also go to your counselor to see about taking a SAT or a CT to see where you stand with your levels. Induce your freshmen to a thesaurus app. So a thesaurus app is something that can actually help your brain and help others as well. And the last one I'm going to read from here is enroll your freshmen in a course that on digital citizenship. And this is pretty much to help that they pretty much know how to get questions answered, how to work the internet, or any type of thing that they should need. Because there is some time, especially in this ages, that you might have to look up something on the internet, and that's something that you should automatically know how to do. So now on to my portion of the tips and stuff. So, the tricks that I just shared from you were from online, but here's my tricks for the high school guide. Because there are some things that did not touch on. And specifically public school, it could be very difficult because there could be bullies or whatever, and how you deal with them is very simple. go tell a teacher, tell a parent, tell someone to get help, because bullying is a serious thing in the world, and it is a very, very difficult thing to handle because you don't understand sometimes why you're being picked on, and it could also hurt because you're being picked on for a certain reason. And what, like again, tell a parent, tell a teacher, tell someone, and they would probably help you out. And if they don't, then seek out other options like another teacher or whatever. Someone's out there to help you. Maybe even a counselor or someone like that. But also there is some things you also have to remember, and that is grades. Grades are very important inside high school because if you do not get any good grades or you pretty much skin your teeth to get passing, it's not going to look good should you want to go to college because of the fact that they will see your transcripts about whether or not how you did in high school, and they might feel, okay, well, I see you got an F in this class, but you're really going to need to learn how to do that in order to do such and such job, and it's something that I highly suggest in order to study and all that, and studying, what I mean by that is that take your time and work at home to pretty much perfect whatever it is that you are working on, whether it's math, science, English, whatever. You can still study it some way. History is like everybody has that topic that they're not even good in. Me personally, at first it was history, then it became science because I got more intrigued with history as I got older. But working with the teacher, if you do not understand something, highly suggest asking a teacher for help or asking someone else for help, and they will truly try to help you the best way that they can. And another thing you have to remember in high school is it's okay to have friends that are both friends with males and females, because I've seen people discriminate because this person is, quote, a girl or, quote, a guy, or in some type of group like a jock or someone like that. It's okay to kind of have a mixed up thing. That's how I kind of was. When I was in public school, I was kind of mixed up with a little bit of everybody. I had friends that were jocks. I had friends that were like computer people. I mean, it's good to have a variety of friends out there that are at your disposal to help you out. And high school is also something that can be very tricky because you're into more complex stuff that you have to learn about, and that can be very difficult for yourself. But again, if you do not understand something or you do not understand what you were supposed to do with some type of assignment, then again, ask a teacher, ask a parent, maybe they will help you out. The teacher might even actually work with you one-on-one to help you kind of understand better what she is expecting of you. But remember, high school is a very difficult thing, and you are not alone with absolutely anything that you do in high school. People are always going to feel different about you. People are always going to, in a sense, talk about you. That's because high school is something like a big family. And the reason why I say that is because families are always the people that will have your back, but they can also talk bad about you and get into arguments with you, and that's typically normal in high school and family relationships. So, again, with that said, I think I'm going to end out this video. I know this one was kind of like a weirdish my story, but I hope it kind of helped you guys out a little bit with some things that you guys could do to help out your high school career. But next week, we'll be talking about friendships, which can be very hard to handle and very easy to handle at the same time. So we'll dive into that next Monday for a new My Story. But anyways, have a great day. Peace. Thank you guys for watching.